Robert Ragan here, back with part 3 of our Working with GEDCOM Files workshop. I hope that the light bulbs are going off in your mind. You've seen that GEDCOM files can be a genealogy researcher's best friend. Remember the GEDCOM file that had 24,000 names in it? I keep it as a resource. It's a wonderful resource and it takes up so little space. And you've seen that the computer does all the work for you. The genealogy software programs, they handle those GEDCOM files just fine. And hopefully you understand now, or understand better, how they work. Now I'm going to show you how to work with GEDCOM files in another genealogy software program, Family Tree Maker. I'm now inside of my version of Family Tree Maker genealogy software program. I'm going to go to File and Open, and we're looking to open the same GEDCOM files we opened before. And you can see I'm in the GEDCOM workshop stuff folder, but there's nothing there. Why? Look down here at the type of file. It's looking for Family Tree Maker files. And if I click this drop down menu, you can see it'll open all kind of different files, even older versions of PAF. The one we want, of course, is the GEDCOM file. So I click on that and look, there they are. There's the 3 GEDCOM files that we work with in part 2 of this workshop. I'm going to open Ragan Small. I'm going to go open, and it's going to convert it to an FTW file. I'm going to go OK, and I'll choose this option and go OK. And there's a little report, and there it is. This, of course, it looks different than it did in PAF, but this is the same information that we were looking at in PAF. This is the information that is on the Ragan Small GEDCOM file. And here I've got it selected on Jonathan Ragan. And in Family Tree Maker, there's different report views you could look at, or different views you could look at. Here's this, and here, and you can different pedigree charts you could look at. And it also has one for reports, and there's different reports you can do. I'm just going to look at, let's say, genealogy reports, see what that does. And there's a little report there. See, the different genealogy software programs have different personalities. But what's important to remember is this is the exact same information that we looked at before, because this is the information that is in that small Ragan GEDCOM file. Now, since you're becoming an old pro with GEDCOM files, this is going to look familiar to you. I'm going to go to File, and it's got an option here to export the file. And I could copy or export the family file or select individuals. I'm just going to go Export Family File. And there's my little folder here, and it's going to give me a choice. I can export this in different formats, in Family Tree Maker files, or even older versions of different versions of Family Tree Maker. And look at the bottom, I want to export it as a GEDCOM file. So I do that, and now I can name this whatever I want. I'm just going to keep it Ragan Small, and I'm just going to put FTM for Family Tree Maker, and I'm going to save it. Okay, that's fine. It's been exported. That's very good. And one point of interest here, now we're in the pedigree view here, but if I go here to the family group sheet view, and I go File, there's the Export File area we were just in, but now there's another one. It's Export Family View, and you can even export this family view as, let me go back here, as a PDF file, which is a nice little feature. Now we're back on my computer desktop, and if you'll remember, during this little workshop, we work with PAF, the genealogy software program, and we imported or looked at GEDCOM files, and we exported or created GEDCOM files. We did the same thing with Family Tree Maker. And here's the folder where we put all the files in. And I'm going to open that back up, and here's our 2 original GEDCOM files. Here's the PAF files that were created with PAF, and here's what Family Tree Maker created. Here's the FTW file, and here's the backup of it. It creates a backup. And here are the 2 GEDCOM files that we created. Here's the one we created with PAF, and here's the one we created with Family Tree Maker. So hopefully, now that you've seen it done, and you can see the actual file folders in front of your eyes, that you can see that it's really not that difficult to work with, and that working with GEDCOM files is something that you can do and something that's important to do. So where do you get GEDCOM files? Well, you can create them with your own genealogy software, just like we've done, and from other genealogy researchers, both online and offline. Hopefully you belong to a genealogy society or maybe an online group, and often they'll share GEDCOM files with each other by email attachment, whatever surnames you're researching. and on the internet. And by this I mean on web pages that other researchers have created. Like the GEDCOM file that had 24,000 names, that was from Michael Ragan on a personal web page that he created. And he also ran a Ragan genealogy group. And a big one is from different genealogy databases that are online on the internet, like FamilySearch.org. That's a good one. And real quick, I'm going to do a search with you. I'm actually on the FamilySearch.org website, searching for Jonathan Ragan in the United States and the state of Georgia. I'm going to click on search and see what comes up. Here's some interesting results from the different databases that are on Family Search. I'm just going to click on this one and look at the information. And on the right hand side of these results, I can look at a pedigree chart or the family group sheet. I'm going to click on family. Here's the result, and there's some good information there. What's important is this right here, download GEDCOM. Oh boy, here's a GEDCOM file that I can get from the internet. I'm going to go save it to disk, and I believe you know where I'm going to save it. I'm going to save it in the GEDCOM workshop stuff folder, and it's just called Ragan, and I'm just going to go Ragan. I'll put FS so we know it's for Family Search, and save. And I saved it, and looking back on our folder, there it is, Ragan FS. I saved a GEDCOM file off the internet off of Family Search. And following the same steps that we went over in part 2 of this workshop, I imported it, and there it is, Ragan FS, import. Okay, close that, and there we go. The same information we were just looking at on the internet, I am looking at on my genealogy software program. So you see, it's easy and it's also exciting. Now, are you ready to get busy and download some GEDCOM files? I hope you are, and I hope that you get some genealogy software, or at the very least, use this PAF software, which is free. The links to it are on the post. I hope that you've enjoyed this workshop, and I invite you to come see me, Robert Ragan, and some of my genealogy sites. The brand new one is genealogycompass.com, which is the sister to the long-running popular Treasure Maps genealogy site. There's where you can go there. And if you're watching on YouTube, look for the user Genealogy Guy or Genealogy Compass. So I'll see you again with another lesson, maybe another workshop. Thanks.